I don't know. Yeah, when you get the book and you check it out, you'll know how I got from there to here. Because this is definitely a journey, and it's really honest, and it's in my words, and there's no mincing words, and there's nobody who wrote it for me, so it's just a real deal, and it's like it's a no holds barred. I didn't hold anything back because I'm unfiltered, just unfiltered. So we'll have some questions a little bit later, but I'm going to read a little bit from the prologue, and I'll skip around, and if you're not on your knees or left, then I'll read some more. Okay. L.A. County Hospital. I'm in L.A. County Hospital. It's a nightmare. I spent 4 days shivering and sweating in the emergency room before being taken to the examining room. I was obviously a strung-out mess, but guys with knife wounds and gunshot wounds rushed in ahead of me. I clutched the bottle of Valium that I had stashed away, and the nurse came in to check on me. And she tried to take it, but I yelled, and we had a tug of war, and I hollered, and she let go. It was too much trouble for her. She got fed up and left. She didn't come back. I was constantly shifted around various hallways, corridors for 7 days, sweaty, dirty, and bloody. I sat in the rancid air of that emergency room, feeling the cloud of death all around me, a suffocating death was inside me, too. I felt deep shame and humiliation. I couldn't stand having anybody see me like this. When the orderlies finally brought me into the examination room, the doctor was actually shocked. Considering what he must see every day, he said, "What have you done to yourself?" he asked. He looked at me, and he looked at me. I had like red and blue track marks all up and down my arm, and the abscesses taken over my entire left thigh. I had no veins left, and I'd been shooting Dilaudid straight into my leg. The pills had a thick plastic coating that stayed where I injected it and made a spongy lump, similar to silicone. The doctor had an entourage of medical students following him as they wheeled me into the operating room, poking at me, all oohing and ahhing in disbelief. They would have to cut the abscess out to find out just exactly what was in there. Then they cut away all the neurotic tissue, and they tried to knock me out with anesthetic. But with my high tolerance, it didn't work. I went out for a moment, but I soon came to and stayed awake. My body was paralyzed, but my eyes were wide. My eyes were wide open, and my brain fully functioning. I could not speak or move for the rest of the operation. The doctors took liberties in regions that he found he needed, but were not signed off on the release form. He rushed students over for a look, and they discussed what they saw. The scalpel was handed around, and each one of them could practice. I could see the horror in their eyes above the surgery mask. For a few hours, I lay there watching them, feeling every probe and poke. It was like a horror film until I finally passed out. I came to screeching and screaming, not sure what it was. I was not sure what it was. Smoldering coals of pain ran through my entire body. My leg was packed with gauze. A writhing pain as the nurse filled my IV with morphine. She moved me to a special reserve ward for junkies. Okay, now on a lighter